Good evening, everyone. I'm CV Sharma back with another video. And in this topic, we talk about the resolution of vectors. Resolution of vectors. What is resolution of vectors? It is a process. It is the process in which a splitting of a single vector into two or more vectors in different directions, which together produce the same effect as produced by the single vector alone. Normally, we resolve the vectors into perpendicular components. The vectors into which the given single vector is split are called component of the vectors. In fact, the resolution of vector is just opposite to composition of vectors. So that is the idea as per the definition. Now let's move on further. I'll explain this further. How do we do that? So here, this is the scenario. I explained two scenarios very quickly. I'll explain what is this entire stuff. I explain with in a very simple way. So I tell you three things here. The first thing is that suppose you have this is the vector. Let us say this is the vector. So let us say this is the vector. Let us say r bar is the vector, and r bar is having a magnitude of r. So let us consider this like this. And now we generally resolve the vector into two perpendicular components. So this is the horizontal component. Let us say that is Rx along the x component, that is Rx. And along the y component, it is Ry. Along the y component, it is Ry. So we call this as horizontal and vertical components. So let us say this vector will make an angle theta with respect to x-axis, and the x component and y component is what we want. And now for that, what we do is we draw a parallel line for this y component. So that is like this. Like this, we draw a y component here. So once you consider this triangle, let us say O, P, and then let us say Q, OPQ triangle. If you consider this one is my Ry, and this one is my Rx. Okay, and now if you find what is sine theta is nothing but Ry divided by R. And similarly, cos theta is nothing but Rx divided by R. Right? It's very simple. And now Ry happens to be R sine theta, right? And Rx happens to be R cos theta. So using this, you can write that the vector, original vector r bar is Rx I cap plus Ry j cap. Like this, you can write the vector once it is split into two perpendicular components in two dimensions. So r bar, a vector can be always written as Rx is R cos theta, right? R cos theta I cap plus R sin theta j cap. So always it need not be like the y component is always sin theta and x component is cos theta. This confusion exists. So I explain this confusion. I will resolve this confusion within this particular video. Always your x component need not be cosine and your y component need not be sine. So this confusion can be resolved. I hope you understood how to resolve this into components. This is a very simple scenario, and where theta is this very important. Theta is angle between the r bar and the horizontal x and the x-axis. So in this case, it's x-axis very simply. So this is the condition what we have taken into consideration, and theta is measured in the anti-clockwise direction. All of you know this very well. Now let us see the scenarios. How to do we need to make the triangle all the time? You need not make. So for that, I tell you one thing. Suppose this is the vector r bar. Let us say this is the vector r bar, and then let us say that resultant, the magnitude of the vector is r. Let us say like this. So we consider the magnitude of the vector to resolve into components. Later we can write the vector. So let us say magnitude of the vector is r, and now I want to resolve this into components. Okay, one is the horizontal component. So one is the horizontal component, other one is the vertical component. So like this, I want to resolve. So this is the idea. So observe this very carefully. It's very easy. So let us say this is Rx and this is ry. And now where you put the angle theta, that is theta here. I have put theta here. And now crux is very simple. This line, this is r bar, your original vector. This is your original vector. This is your original vector. And the vector which is attached to the theta. Okay, this is like this. The vector which is attached to r bar and which is making an angle theta. So I will call this as, my English may be wrong, but I understand like this very simply. The vector which is attached to theta, that component which is attached to theta is cosine. Okay, that is the idea. Component which is attached to theta is cosine. So like this I remember. So that only I am explaining you. Component which is attached to theta, is cosine. And the component away from theta, this is the component which is not connected to theta. This is the component away from theta. This is the component away from theta. Away from theta is the sine function. So you get ry is equal to r sine theta. So like this you can remember, and then you can resolve the vectors in any kind of situation. So let us understand this like this. So I'll clear this, and another situation, let us start. So another situation is like this. This is how my vector is now. This is how my vector is. And now the situation 2, they want us to resolve this as two components. Now this is the second situation number 2. So if this resultant vector is like this, as per the rule of this parallelogram law, your vector should be like this, then only you will get the vector like this, the resultant vector like this. Mod r bar is r, okay? And now this is your rx and this is your ry. And now they have given the angle with the vertical is theta. This is the vertical angle. Now it's very simple. This is the component which is attached to theta. Ry is attached to theta. So ry becomes r cos theta. And now rx is away from theta. You can see that rx is away from theta. So rx becomes r sin theta. I hope I'm clear. And now let's move on to the next situation. I hope you all understood the situation. Here, if I had to write this vector now, r bar, if I had to write, it's rx I cap plus ry j cap. Right. Now understand that the angle, now here the theta is angle with the vertical, angle with the y-axis they have given, y-axis that is vertical, that is with vertical. Okay. So as per this situation, I got r bar as r sin theta I cap. Earlier you see that and this one are different. Okay. So because the angle, which angle we are considering, that has changed. So as per that, the things have changed. Okay. So r sin theta I cap, I hope. Yeah, r sin theta I cap and r cos theta j cap. So earlier you got r cos theta I cap and r sin theta j cap. Now it's looking reverse because the angle theta which is given is with respect to vertical, that is y-axis. So this is, I hope you have recognized this stuff. And now the third situation number 3 is like this. Situation number 3 is that you have, it's like this, and your vector is exactly, your vector is vertical. Okay, we are considering the situation, your vector is the vertical like this. This is my r bar. Now this is my r bar, where the mod r bar is r. Mod r bar is r. This is what. And now what they expect here is, you have to consider this tilted line. This tilted line is my x-axis now. And they gave the angle with respect to this tilted line. This is theta. They have given. And now you have to resolve the components along the tilted line and perpendicular to tilted line. So let us say this is called inclined line. This is called inclined, or you can say this is tilted line. So in the on the tilted line, you have one component along the tilted line. So you can say component along the tilted line, and component perpendicular to tilted line. And what you want is and component perpendicular to tilted line. So these are the two situations what we see in physics. In general, this is one of the situation we see in the physics. So this is the third situation I can tell you. So in this third situation, you have the same logic wise, it's the same. So the component, because if I can say that this is the tilted line, okay, this is the tilted line. So the components, if this is the vector like this, this vector is like this, and then the perpendicular line. So the next part is you have to choose the perpendicular to the tilted, okay, perpendicular line to the tilted. So that is a scenario what we have to see. So this is the perpendicular line to the tilted. So that's the perpendicular line to the tilted. So we call this as, or along the inclined plane, we call it R parallel, and R perpendicular. Like this, we call this. So here, this R bar is along this. I cap Jacob will not come here, but we need the resolution of the components. We call this R parallel and R perpendicular. I cap Jacob will come when you choose the X and Y axis, but this is not X and Y axis, definitely. So I call this as the inclined and tilted. So along the tilted, we call this R parallel. Along the tilted line, we call this as R parallel. This is my way of looking at it. So this is R cos theta. So this is like this line, the tilted line is attached to theta, right? It is making an angle theta with respect to our original vector R bar, which is directly going vertical. And now this becomes R parallel has to be R cos theta, right? And R perpendicular. Now R perpendicular happens to be R sin theta. Fine, good. This is yet again another situation. We will not write the components for R bar. R bar is like only it's along Y axis. As per the figure, it is only along Y axis downwards. And now the Y axis downwards thing should be expressed as along the tilted line. So that is the next scenario. I hope you got this. And now we have the same scenario where this scenario comes in. That is where I discussed. So that is something called a wedge. We see something called a wedge. So that this kind of problems we see in Newton's laws of motion basically. So here this is called a wedge. So we let us say this angle, they start with this angle. And now what is the thing you have to resolve is the gravity. So you place an object basically on this particular inclined plane. And now the force, what is acting on this, the force which is acting on this will be like the gravitational force. Gravitational force is mg exactly downwards. So, okay. And now gravitational force is exactly downwards, that is mg. And now you have to resolve this mg into the parallel and perpendicular components, one component along this incline and one component perpendicular to the incline. This is very essential while solving the problems. So how do we do that? So here what is given to us is the wedge angle theta here. Okay. So what happens here is, so you can say that this is O, let us say this is the object is at the place of M, let us say, okay, well, let's call this as some P, okay, and let us call this as Q, okay, P, Q, like this we have. And now let us consider the triangle OPQ. And now if I consider a triangle, if this is theta, this is exactly perpendicular, right? So this is 90 degrees. So this angle will be 90 minus theta. So the required vector, that is a force vector mg, is making an angle 90 minus theta with respect to the incline. This is the incline. Okay. So it is with respect to the incline. So mg vector is forming like this. So it is making 90 degrees. So along the plane. So it is, so this incline is connected to the angle 90 minus theta. So it would be mg, that is a vector. The magnitude of the vector is mg. Mg cos, the angle here is 90 minus theta. So cos 90 minus theta is what we write. So cos 90 minus theta is sin theta. That's how you get mg sin theta. This resolution is very, very important. And now the perpendicular thing, this is the vector which is away from the angle theta. So that becomes mg sin 90 minus theta, right? Sin 90 minus theta. So that sin 90 minus theta is nothing but, you know that sin 90 minus theta is nothing but cos theta. So this is how mg cos theta is what you are going to get. So that's how you resolve that into components. This is along the incline. This is along the incline. Along the incline. And perpendicular. This is the perpendicular to incline. So this is how you resolve the components, like along the incline, perpendicular to incline. I hope I explained all the different cases where we come across the resolution of vectors. I hope this concept is clear with you all. Still, if it is not clear, you can always message me and you can pause the video and then watch it a couple of times, and maybe you can get it. If still you are not getting, or if I'm a little bit fast or something, you can always message me and tell me. And if you like this video, hit a like, subscribe, and then forward this video to your friends. And thank you all. Thanks for watching the video. Thank you all.